Hey everyone, first of all, I want to say thanks to the almost 500 subscribers here on this channel. I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and if you need anything, just let me know, and as soon as I can, I'll try to make those videos and that content for you. Second, also for those of you who are brand new here to the channel itself, this is going to be considered a discussion video. In fact, I actually color code my videos just kind of for future notice. Green is discussion, it's generally opinion. The hopes of obviously reading your comments and even making a follow-up video with y'all's comments and more of that back and forth discussion style content. So not that this is what that's going to be. And this is going to be a little bit different though, because I'm actually going to reference some additional opinions that actually I don't subscribe to, in hopes to kind of give you guys two different opinions out there and, you know, I don't know, make a discussion out of it. And I look forward to hearing y'all's thoughts here after this video goes live. So that all being said, I want to dive into the latest event, the New World having its Rabbids Revenge event that is going on right now. And obviously not everybody is happy with it, but I love this event. I am thrilled by this event. And so I'd like to present kind of why I'm enjoying it so much. I have not gotten my Rabbids chest, just so you guys know, full well and disclosure. I've seen people get it on the first rabbit they kill, and I've seen people get 37,000, you know, some insane amount of rabbit kills and still not gotten their chest. So note that I'm in the not gotten the chest crowd, but I'm also in the I'm absolutely adoring this event crowd, and I hopefully will explain why that is in this video. But first, before we get into my thoughts, I'd like to present the counter argument. Rabbit event is horrible here, especially presented on the official forums. Let's dive into it, and then let me kind of share my thoughts, and then as always, I'd love to know your thoughts. So they write, as you can read, the rabbit event is simply horrible. You mix the worst things from events and you put it all together to create a terrible event. First of all, you need RNG to get the bag. That is with a ridiculous percentage. If this was not enough, you added an item to be able to get another item, so that you added an extra pressure so you can't hunt rabbits freely for just some minutes. We are timed to hunt for 40 minutes at least. When you are in the zone and you can't change the place if you don't want to lose the boost minutes. Did you think that was enough? No, you have to fight against and a lot, by a lot I mean a lot, of people in very tiny spots. The first light farm, the biggest spot that can't afford the people. Not about PvP. PvP is always welcome. Talking about a lot of people in little spots. We have supported you. We have put our faith in you, and you reward us with this trash. Fix this before the event ends. Don't let it finish as it is now. PD, I've hunted for more than 100 or 1,000 rabbits. I've got nothing, while the people have killed 5 and just got it. It's ridiculous. Thanks in advance. I had to let it go. So simply put, why do I actually like this event? Despite having not also gotten my chest, despite logging in and killing rabbits for a long period of time as I pump the mic, or for a short period of time. I like to talk with my hands, even though you can't see me talking with my hands. It is what it is. The reason is 3 simple reasons. It's actually open world content, it's social content, and it's optional content. So on the open world and social aspect, talking about tiny farms, I have been invited and have created way more parties because of this event than I have ever before in this game. Now, I'm very social in New World, so that actually explains a lot. Anytime I see people and we're farming rabbits, instant invite, because joining up together benefits us all, because each rabbit that anybody else kills in the party, it's shared. We're all contributing. Then we start talking. Then we start, conversing. And then essentially it brings back what I believe to be one of the core strengths of what makes MMORPGs great, the social aspect. Now, granted that World of Warcraft completely, I think, ruined that aspect for a lot of players. Granted that a lot of players have been trained up in World of Warcraft and are used to kind of this entitled, like, I deserve everything in the game kind of mindset. I come from more well, I'm going to farm it, and if I get it, I get it, and if I don't, I don't. I'm just happy that it's optional. This doesn't tie into progression. This doesn't essentially say, well, you can't go beat the boss, as my voice cracks, unless you do this event. Like that, I would completely agree that it would be horrible, because I stand by 100% pure RNG progression is trash. I always say that you can have RNG progression, but you got to marry it with a static progression system. And what this event is, it has nothing to do with progression. It's definitely a desirable item, and that whether necessarily or unnecessarily adds pressure for people to go in. And here's the thing. RNG is RNG. Like at the end of the day, random is random. And that means some people are going to get the pull right away. And some people like me and several others are not. And that, I think there's a beauty and in that chaos. There's no guarantee. This isn't like you do this so many times and it's going to exist. What I do hope for is that as an event, that it does have a kind of return. So the idea that it's going away might mean that you don't get it now, and nor are you entitled to get it now. You can go and roll the dice, and if you get it, that's exciting. And if you don't, well, hopefully this event comes back in the future. Again, it's open world, it's social, it's optional. Talking about how, the small farms putting people together like that hopefully encourages people to team up rather than to compete over the drops, because it's just a dice roll. It's just a slot pull every time you kill one of these rabbits. And yes, you can augment your luck. And that essentially, I think, is an interesting system. But nor do I subscribe to the idea that you should be guaranteed this item. And you're welcome to disagree with me on that. Everybody's going to have kind of their own kind of view. I do come from the idea where you would farm mobs for hours and hours and hours in hopes that you eventually get a drop. And that drop's still not tied to any kind of, bad luck guarantee system. The game is tied to this luck system. You can use luck to hopefully help increase your odds. But again, RNG is RNG. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the fairness in that. Speaking as somebody who has not gotten it and has killed, I don't know, probably 1,000 rabbits myself right now. I'm still going to go kill more rabbits. I'm still going to go farm it as I'm doing other things. I think what happens is, especially with the frustration that a lot of players like myself can experience, is you get so narrow focused and minded. Obviously, the fact that there's a time limit on this event adds to that, right? Let's not discount that FOMO, that fear of missing out of this item, especially it's coveted. Will this ultimately hurt the game? Yeah. Namely because a lot of people are kind of trained up in that idea that they deserve this item, that 1,000 kills or 3,000 kills or 10,000 kills should equal a guaranteed drop of said item, as opposed to like some people, like your luck just ran out and it just sucks. And that's going to be something that sets back. But I do hope the New World devs kind of hold firm to this idea that we do see returning events come in play, and that obviously the game offers the ability that if you were looking for storage that size, that you could obviously take it. Just the fact though, absolutely high valued item to be sure. So that's where I kind of come in, as somebody who has not gotten their drop, who's going to continue to work on their drop in hopes that I get it. Ultimately, if I don't get it, I already go into these kind of things going like, well, if I don't get it, I don't get it. And I maybe that's just the factor of how I live my life and how I've how I play video games. If I don't get it, I don't get it. It's going to be fine. But you're clearly welcome to disagree with me. I'm not advocating that anybody sit here and hey, yeah, Brian's clearly right. We got to take him up, and we got to change our views on it. But I just would like to or at least present a counter argument to the argument that the rabbit event is terrible. I'm actually really enjoying it. I think that it's unique, and I would love to see, as a kind of an evolution of this, is that at any point in time there's reasons to do these kind of events. So this isn't just an isolated thing that only exists for a period of time, but essentially where we see whatever, it's 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks, that there's always some kind of event going on in the game that has these kind of principles of open world, social, and optional, so that you're always choosing to participate and not participate. And then what we end up seeing is a cycle of these events kind of returning into and out of the fold, and maybe even adding in more content in the future events, more things to chase after, more goals to receive, and etc. I think that ultimately brings out kind of that interesting, I guess, seasonal, style kind of thing that ends up being kind of fun, that you end up looking forward to in the future, especially if you come into the game this summer and the rabbit event is finished. People are like, oh, how did you get that chest? Oh, we'll wait till next spring. And then this is when this event comes back, and this is what's going to happen. We don't have enough data yet to know. We don't have enough things that have seen leave and come back and leave and come back to really kind of form that pattern. So obviously the event's going to cause some stress and some frustration for players, but that's just my thoughts. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and discussion. I look forward to reading your thoughts and your opinions on it as well. Thanks so much for being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I'll see you in my next one. But until then, take care.